Well, the thermometer says it's 62 degrees or 63 degrees out here, but it's warmed up pretty good out in the sunshine, more than that, enough that it was too warm to wear my shirt, so I took it off. I've got everything all set up now to start jointing those 2x6s. Got the planer out of the way and the jointer set up over there and plugged in, and hopefully I've got the rollers set up so that they can catch the long end of those boards when they come out of there. So it's time to get to work. I've got the Bobcat sitting over here with the forks out so I can stack that wood on that. I don't have to run it back and forth in there and stack it up in the hanger right away. I'll still have to take it in there and stack it up once I'm done with all of them, but for the time being I can stack them up on the Bobcat on the forks. Perfect. There's one. I got 20 of the 10-foot 2x6s and 20 of the 12-foot 2x6s jointed on one edge. Now the pile turns to the 14-foot 2x6s. There's some more 12-foot 2x6s in there too. They're kind of buried underneath some of the 14-footers. So I took a little break after all the 12-footers to 10-footers and the 12-footers. I took a little break. My wife came home from town with a stain, and she got started staining those boards there, those timbers again up there. And I went up and checked that out, and then I cleaned up the top of the jointer and waxed it again, and I put some Slickum stuff on there. I moved the fence over a little bit, so we're running over on some fresh knives so we don't run on the same knives continuously through this whole thing. So otherwise everything else is all the same, so I guess we'll get started at it. Well, I got all those 2x6s jointed, Some of those 14 footers were kind of a chore. They had a pretty good bow in them, and if I tipped them with the ears pointed down, then they would hang up on my roller as they come off, and if I put them with the ears up, you know, it went a little bit better, but they rocked going through there. So anyway, some of them did get jointed all the way to the ends, some of the 14 footers. Now all of the 12 footers got jointed and all the 10 footers got jointed. So I had 20 10 footers, 20 12 footers, and 20 14 footers, and then I wound up with 6 more 10 footers and 1 more 12 footer at the bottom of the pile. So there's 67 of them. Well, that's good enough to get what I need to do, this jointed edge. Even the ones that I didn't get all the way to the end, they will make fine tongues or whatever. I can run those through the saw to joint the other edge of them, and then I can use that rough edge that didn't quite get cleaned up all the way. By the time I run it through the tongue knife, that'll clean up plenty good enough. So all of the other ones, the 10 footers and the 12 footers, cleaned up nice. So that's enough of that. Got a heck of a pile of shavings again, although not near what I got when I was doing the same thing with the planer. But that's reducing that wood down, getting it smaller and smaller, lighter and lighter. Anyway, it's getting late now. Judy got another coat of stain up there on those timbers, or got the timbers that I didn't finish up. I run out of stain on. She got those, so we're gonna have to let those sit overnight and then turn them over and do the other sides of them after they cure up overnight. Let them get a chance to get some sun on them and get warmed up. These I'll restack in here, and I'll have to go through some of these and see which ones need to be trimmed down further, down to 10 footers, or which ones are good enough the way they are for the length they are. So there's 26 10 footers, and I need 35 or 36, maybe 37 of them, so obviously there's going to be some 12 footers that need to be trimmed down. Anyway, that chore is done. Now I can put the jointer back away. And tomorrow's supposed to be a nice day again, so we'll work on staining those timbers some more, and I'll work on getting that table saw back together. Monday's supposed to be another nice day too, and then it's supposed to turn to crap again after that. So who knows how long it'll be before we get some more nice weather after that. So I want to see if I can get this table saw done. I possibly have to fly Monday, but it'll only be a couple hours in the morning. So we'll see if we can get that table saw done so I can get these boards run through it and that jointed. It probably won't get the shaper out though. But anyhow, I got some cleanup to do here, get this mess straightened up.